I am so tight about this, man. We got this news on Monday that the Mortal Kombat 2 movie, the one thing that I was looking forward to in 2025, has been pushed off like 6 months, okay? Coming out in May of next year. Like, God, I get it, right? Because, okay, does it have a higher potential earning ceiling, kicking off the summer movie season as opposed to October? Of course it does. But then again, this is Warner Brothers we're talking about, the dumbest company in all of entertainment. What are they doing? What led them to this decision? Oh, well, Minecraft made a lot of money. It's a video game movie, so we go ahead and put another video game movie out there. It'll end up doing good. And then when it doesn't make Minecraft money, then they're just going to think that Mortal Kombat is a dead franchise. God, I hate them. I hate them so much. Yes, Warner Brothers moving Mortal Kombat 2 to 2026 is a huge mistake. Yeah, I'm agreeing with Screen Rant, but okay, I've got my reasons behind this. Let's see if they follow a similar trajectory. Mortal Kombat 2 just pushed, yes, from October 2025 release date all the way back to May of 26, yes, which is likely to be a huge mistake for the Warner Brothers video game adaptation. Yeah, because you had Open Highway, like after, Tron Ares, which is going to come out and make $6,800, thanks to Jared Leto, and it being a Tron sequel, well, the third Tron movie. But you had nothing, man. You had absolutely nothing ahead of you. But yeah, coming out midway through May, okay, May of next year. Oh, right. And then what comes out like a week later? Oh, okay, cool. Grand Theft Auto 6. You are going to get absolutely trounced by that. Not just because, that's going to be the biggest release in entertainment, but Mortal Kombat, yeah, you're a video game property, and then you're just going to get swallowed up by another bigger, multiple times a larger video game movie, and it's going to cut your legs off. And this thing is like, it's dumb on so many different levels. But yes, after a strong 2025 by Warner Brothers, yes, which saw the releases of a Minecraft movie, Superman. It's so funny how a lot of the access rags are now starting to walk back. Well, actually, Superman wasn't that big of a success. It's like, I know, where have you been over these past couple of months? And Sinners, yes, this edgy sequel, looked to be a perfect fall movie. Yeah, exactly. Being the perfect movie for Halloween, being perfect movie for the fall. That's not one of those schlock horror films. Yeah, it's going to have all of the gore. It's going to have a lot of those fantastical elements, but it's not going to be trash like so much horror. Well, the expectations were not especially high following the middling response to 2021's Mortal Kombat. But yeah, there was a foundation there. I've talked about this before. The main character, that choice there, Cole Young, that was a dumb decision. Everybody was there for the Mortal Kombat characters. Kano was great. The Liu Kang casting was awesome. Kung Lao didn't look like an inept sidekick. Kano, hilarious. And then now bringing in Johnny Cage, and it's Karl Urban on top of that. It's like, bro, what are you doing? But then, yeah, the Red Band trailer that dropped, like a month ago at this point in time, and it having overwhelming hype behind it. And what do you decide to do? Scuttle all of that so it ends up getting swallowed up by GTA 6. You fucking idiots. Yes, bringing in a more accessible tone, stronger action, a star of like Karl Urban. Popularity for the trailer, which earned 106.8 million views in the first 24 hours, broke records and suggested strong potential grosses for the film. Yeah, you built everything up for this October release. You had no competition. You had a wide open highway between you and fucking Avatar coming out. And you're throwing it all away to just throw it into the fires of the summer movie. See, I'm so fucking tight about this. I'm all tongue-tied. But yeah, you want to throw it into the fire of the summer movie season, kicking that off. Just because you go, oh, Minecraft made money, oh, Mortal Kombat made money. Seemingly in response to this, yes, Warner Brothers recently delayed the release of Mortal Kombat 2, moving it to the prime summer date of May 15th. So yeah, it's a line for line, beat for beat, bar for bar, stealing directly from Minecraft. Minecraft, huge Memorial Day opening. Or no, that had the follow-on. It came out a week before Memorial Day. And so this is coming out a week after or a week before? So yeah, ostensibly the same point, okay? While this move suggests great confidence in the film, it was surely in hopes of reaping greater box office grosses. It actually, yes, looks like a backfire from the studios, pushing Mortal Kombat 2 misses the ideal window. Exactly. Hey, I don't disagree with this. While films like, Mortal Kombat is currently on everyone's minds, but it won't remain there forever. Exactly. You had the perfect hype cycle because, yeah, there's nothing going on right now. It is a fucking barren wasteland of anything really to talk about, especially in entertainment. You would have put out another trailer in a week or so. This would have been the movie to see in October, and now it's just going to be a movie to see in May. While films like The Force Awakens can release their teaser trailers a year in advance, this strategy, yes, has not worked out well for most films. Oh, but it worked out well for Minecraft because we learned exactly all the lessons that we needed to. Yeah, it got ratioed into the ground, then it made $950 million. God. Which the first trailer, yes, for Mortal Kombat 2 was released in June of this year, which will make it nearly a full year before the film's release. Yes, movies like Elio, will be a great example for this kinds of failure. Yeah, but that one looks like a catastrophic disaster nobody was excited for. But Mortal Kombat, yeah, people were looking forward to this. Me being a part of that. The summer is too crowded for this R-rated video game adaptation. It's at least, I gotta give it a little bit of credit, because it's gonna be, well, it'll be a little bit different, right? Okay, yeah, moving any movie to the summer is a risky move. Mathregan Tugan, yes, box office bombed this year, and it was a similar fare. First Mortal Kombat released in April of 2021 is a day and date with HBO, and it was also still at a point in time where a lot of the stupid liberal blue states were very much locked down. It made a total of $84 million worldwide. Warner Brothers expect the sequel to perform much better, but it's also going to have, yeah, stiff competition like Mandalorian and Grogu, The Devil Wears Prada 2, Avengers Doomsday. Well, it moved off, but yeah, then you have Supergirl and Spider-Man. Those are a couple months away, but still, yeah, Mandalorian and Grogu, like, it's going to be a dumpster fire, and I bet, if I was a betting man right now, I would say that, yeah, Mortal Kombat 2 is probably going to be a lot better than Mandalorian and Grogu, but what's going to have a broader, widespread appeal? I still think that Mandalorian Grogu is gonna bomb, and it's gonna be the worst performing Star Wars movie. Well, that's another topic to revisit at a later date. But honestly, when you're looking at that same segment of the population, that same demographic to target, it's a stupid thing to do, because you've seen this before. This is not too dissimilar to the Fantastic Four and Superman, where you have Mandalorian and Grogu. I think they come out May 1st, and then, yeah, you're going to have Mortal Kombat coming out on the 15th, 2 weeks later, just like Superman. Well, actually, it's a flip reverse in this case, but you have Superman coming out, and then 2 weeks later, you have Fantastic Four. But people are just going to be burnt out on this stuff. So stupid. No, it goes to show that Warner Brothers is retarded. You had something, man. I've been watching Spartacus a lot recently, okay? But yeah, to just harken back to that first season, okay, Badiatus to Spartacus. You had the love of the crowd. You had the audience. You had your name on the tip of their tongues. Now you're throwing it all away for the potential of maybe a little bit more money. Quite like Badiatus, after all. But Warner Brothers isn't quite settled with just screwing with Mortal Kombat. They want to go ahead and mess around totally with the stewards of the IP, Netherrealm Studios, full stop, okay? Because Mortal Kombat isn't the only thing that Netherrealm is known for, okay? They're a fighting game studio, first and foremost. Ed Boon, I think, founded it. He's still in charge of it. At least he's the face of the company. But there's also another IP that is both close to him and also Warner Brothers as well, and one that's a little bit long in the tooth. And after its second installment, nobody was really begging for another, but apparently we're going to be getting that because Mortal Kombat 1 flopped. So yeah, let's just go ahead and run out Injustice 3 right quick, because hey, all of that hype around Superman, that's still going to be there by the time Injustice 3 comes around. Fucking Christ. But before we get too far into this, I just want to say, like, the Injustice games, like, I played the first one quite a bit because it was the game, as long as I have my timeline right on this, it was the one that came out after MK9. So yeah, I was very hype on what Netherrealm Studios was doing, and I was, as much as I liked the game, like, I was incredibly underwhelmed by the story because it was about, what, a third as long as MK9 was, and then it's also, oh, look at what if Superman goes crazy. It's like, oh great, just the wonderful, oh great, the all-American Boy Scout is a bad guy. That is so great. But at least that was early in the life cycle. We hadn't got all of the other, cringe shit over the top of it. But then, yeah, Injustice 2, I think I probably picked that up for like $5 on Steam, the complete edition. But it's been a long time, man, and that was a game that wasn't really fondly looked at upon release, and then definitely after release. And it was, well, everybody kind of thought the Injustice IP, it was pretty much done and dusted. But instead of Warner allowing Netherrealm to, I don't know, either fix MK1, I don't even know if you could fix it at this point in time, but doing something that would properly lead into, I don't know, your upcoming Mortal Kombat game. No, we're just gonna work on Injustice 3 because somebody needs to be excited for an upcoming DC project, right? But yeah, let's take a look. Injustice 3 might be in the works, as word comes from a fan that voiced Superman actor George Newbern has confirmed he is working on the game. However, following the fan tweeting about meeting the actor at Fan Expo Canada, the fan is now pulling back on the claim. He is apparently receiving heat from other fans for leaking the info. Interesting. Not that he's making stuff up, it's that he's leaking this. Now, yeah, as it's put out here, if George Newbern really told the fan that he is working on Injustice 3, it's not a leak. The fan has a right to the full right, he has to tweet about what Newburn has said about his experience of meeting the actor. And it's not to be expected if Newburn wasn't supposed to tell the fan about Injustice 3. That's on Newburn, yes. And with the Game Awards coming up December 11th, I think I seen the banner change on that stupid Twitter profile from, you know, the Dorito Pope. But yeah, it's coming out then. The Warner Brothers and Netherrealm, like, one thing that I will give them is they have a pretty quick turnaround from announcement to release. So this probably won't be a rumor for that long if it is in fact the case, because with the failure of Mortal Kombat 1, you're probably looking at them trying to pivot off to something. Just, let's just say Injustice 3 is not exactly the direction I would go in. Let's just say that. Yes, this all stems from yesterday. I finally met my favorite voice of Superman, George Newbern. I was telling him he's definitive as the voice for me, and how much I love the game Multiverses. Oh, yeah, that's probably another reason why Warner Brothers really wants another fighting game in the zeitgeist, because I forgot that flopped last year. Jeez, okay. In response to my Multiverses comment, he told me he's currently working on Injustice 3. Interesting. The news from Injustice 3 possibly happening has picked up a lot of steam. The fan tweeted earlier today. I want to apologize to everyone. I gave the wrong impression here about this, but this isn't a leak or what I meant. I think I caught heat for at the moment, and was making a guess off of what he said. My mistake. I worded this incorrectly. My apologies. But yes, this isn't the first time Injustice 3 has been said to be in development. Leaks back in 2021 revealed that Warner Brothers was working on a new game titled Injustice 3. Gods Will Fall. And yeah, that kind of makes sense. You know, edgy DC stuff, 2021. Trying to keep that same-ish tone post-Snyder, but going into The Rock's DC. Would anybody be terribly shocked if they would have heard that, you know, like Black Adam was supposed to have a pretty significant role? But at that point in time, like, what, 2021? So that would have been either NetherRealm wrapping up the support on MK11, or at least beginning work on MK1. So yeah, that would have been the point in time where they could have been working on this. But even claims, yeah, the story follows Superman taking over the world, with Batman leading the rebellion. Yeah, kind of like the Nightmare sequence at the end of the stupid fucking Snyder cut. But yeah, it's possible, and I wouldn't be terribly shocked, because you know the Netherrealm Studios is going to want to get right back on that horse. It's just, you know, as a spurned and long-suffering, for the most part, right? Like, there have been great games to come out of, you know, Mortal Kombat, but yeah, some of those 3D fighters, not all that great. And even, you know, for a vast majority of the life cycle for MK11 and, you know, MK1 specifically, it hasn't exactly been all that good. And then, you know, Warner Brothers and the way that they simultaneously handle the DC stuff in video games, handing it off to studios like Rocksteady with Suicide Squad killed the Justice League, you know that they aren't above milking it for a little bit of attention. So I wouldn't be surprised if we don't hear something a little bit more about this in the near future. I don't think that this guy would have made this outlandish claim and it would have got this much traction without a little bit of fire to this smoke. But time will tell. Kind of like whether or not moving Mortal Kombat 2 to May was a great idea. Not bitter about that at all. No, whatsoever. What are you even talking about? So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.